好的，欢迎再度回到这个跨境合作的 track。那在10:40将会由范伟纯教授呢，带来这个 Dialogbook。那这个 open source 专案在日本以及在台湾的高中里面去做国际化的文化交流教育当中，所学习到的一些经验分享。那范伟纯教授呢，是来自于日本中央大学的教授，然后他也是日本的FLOSS 社群的开发者调查等等的研究，也对日本的大学建立了 OSS 课程和教育指南。This session will be presented by Io Hakase. Io Hakase is the professor of Chuo Daigaku in Japan, and he's also developed many open source projects and developed open source course and education guide. In this session, he will introduce lessons learned from utilizing Dialogbook for international education between Taiwan and Japanese high schools. Let's give applause to Professor Yo.
Hi there. Let me start my presentation. Let me share my presentation material here. Okay, let's start the slideshow. Okay. Hi everyone. I'd like to present my talk titled Lesson Learned from Utilizing Dialogbook for the Intercultural Education between Taiwanese High School and Japanese High School. I am Jun Io from Faculty of Global Informatics, Chuo University, Tokyo, Japan. Let me present my self-introduction. I am a professor working for Chuo University. Also, I am a board member of HDNet, Human Centered Design Network. And in addition, I am a board member and one of founders of workshop initiative of language learning. My profile is like this. I used to work for Mitsubishi Research Institute before moving to Chuo University, but I have been working for Chuo University for 8 years. And my major is research on the interaction between the human and the systems. Here is the agenda of today's talk. Firstly, I'd like to introduce the Dialogbook. That is that is a kind of communication supporting system which we developed based on the Ruby on Rails. So I think it's very suitable to present the introduction of Dialogbook here because this event is COSCUP and Ruby conference joint. Next theme is the SMILE project. SMILE project is provided by Will, the workshop initiative of language learning. And then I'd like to show you the result of analysis on the data collected by using Dialogbook and some questionnaire we conducted to the high school students who participated in our project, SMILE project. Dialogbook what's the Dialogbook? Dialogbook is a novel communication tool between teachers and students. It also considered to be some e-portfolio system. Of course, we have many. We already have many several learning management system, LMS. However, existing LMS systems are so generalized that they don't have sufficient usability from some perspective. For example, our small project, it will be mentioned in this presentation. Several high schools were participated in, and several high schools participated in the project, and of course they have own LMS. For example, LMS for the high school A, and there are the other services, LMS B for the high school B, and we cannot use each other simultaneously. So if we encourage some new educational method for two high schools together with the some project, we cannot support them, teachers or students, by using their own LMS, because one system for one high school and the other one is only used for the students or teachers in the other high school. So high school A, students or teachers in high school A cannot use the other system B for the high school B, and vice versa. So we need a simple communication tool for interacting such teachers or students over the boundaries, beyond the boundaries for boundaries from the, some schools, or the boundaries from the different LMS. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry to announce that my video has some problems. So I will try to present my presentation in live mode. Sorry. Now I'm preparing my presentation. My presentation was my presentation stopped at about the introduction of Dialogbook. So let me continue from the introduction of Dialogbook. Share screen. Screen sharing here. Window. This one. Can you see my slide? You are in. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let me start again. This is an example of my Dialogbook. this screen showed an example of teacher's page. This page contains some buttons to the students page. Yellow ones shows the student pages which contains some opinion from students, and the gray one is not. So the teacher can check the student's voice by pushing these yellow buttons. Dialogbooks are very simple application. So it took about 1 day planning plus 1 week development by using Ruby on Rails framework. It's very simple and easy to develop some web applications. After that, after completion of the development, we deployed it to Heroku. Heroku is with free plan account because we used the application for very short time. So and it is trial stage. So it is sufficient to use within a free plan, and after that I tried it for my math class of last semester. Here is the diagram of the overview of supporting telelearning system. We support Japanese. We support students from Japanese school, and also we support students from foreign high school. They can talk. They can communicate between. They can communicate with each other by using some video meeting system. For example, Zoom or WebEx or Microsoft Teams or something like that. After that, or in preparation phase for the conversation, they can use the Dialogbook here. They can record some activity, or they can also put the comments or self comments or reflection or something like that. And the teacher also use such system, so they can communicate. Not only the students communicate, but also teachers can join in such communication by using this system. I'd like to introduce Will workshop initiative for language learning. This institute support our activity, and we provide a trial project named SMILE project. SMILE project stands for Student Meets Internationally Through Language Education. And last winter, we conducted some small project between 2 Taiwanese high schools and 2 Japanese high schools. The SMILE project is student meets internationally through language education. That means students can collaborate with each other by using some online tools, as mentioned previously. The pilot project conducted last year, 4 schools participated in our pilot project like this, from 2 schools from Taiwan and 2 schools from Tokyo, Chiba Prefecture. This map shows the location of 2 high school students like this. One is Ichihara Chuo. One is the Ichihara Chuo High School located at the Ichihara City in Chiba Prefecture, near Tokyo, and also Hinode High School located at the Ichikawa City. The counterpart high schools are like here. Here is the map of Takao City, Kaohsiung Prefecture. One high school is Fujian High School, and the other one is Dong'an High School. These 2 high schools are Taiwanese side. The photograph here is the situation showing Taiwanese students participating in our project. They use the small devices like here. We expected using more slightly large device such as PC, but they use very small smartphones like here. This table shows the online communication classes held 3 times in each project like this. In Hinode and Fujian pair, first time it was conducted at October, and the second one was November, and the last one, third one, was December. Also, Ichihara and Dong'an pair, the first one was conducted at November 11th November, and the second one is 18th November, and the last one was December, 9 December. The graph here shows the students' feedback scores. Dialogbook has not only the messaging function, but also it has some self-evaluation scoring system using some kind of rubrics. We prepared 6 questions like here. 1, do you think your talk was interesting, or blah blah blah. Did you prepare the material for your talk? The third one was, did you ask any good questions, or something like that. We prepared 6 questions, 6 self-evaluation questions. The result was here. It is very interesting. I think it's very interesting answer is here. The 5th one. Did you enjoy the group activities? For the average scores from 4 high schools show very high rate. The score, the evaluation is from 0 level to the top score is 3. That means the that means about approximately 2.0 as the average score means very high. That is, the students worlds enjoyed themselves by participating in this project. Here is also the importance of our project. This graph showed the number of characters from the collected by the Dialogbook system. It means the number of characters were increased like this in the 3 intercultural communication classes. This graph shows we collected eight times from the preparation phase to communication phase like this. In the red round squared circle, red round cornered square means this shows these 3 times the result from these 3 times the result from the intercultural communication classes. Not only the qualitative analysis, but also quantitative. Not only the quantitative analysis, but also qualitative analysis like this. We create word cloud from the result of their communication like this. The first word cloud is very rough. That because their communication, their comments were very simple. Like this, I want to improve my English skill. I want to know about Taiwanese students and their life like this. But the student comments from the last 3 times, word clouds made from such comments were very complicated like this. You can see not only Taiwan student won't speak time, won't dream today student like this. The example of the student's voice was here. Today I told the Taiwanese student what I want to be in the future. We had a good time and I could know the dream, blah, 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 like this. It shows the very complicated sentences compared to the very simple sentences at the start point of at the first time. This result we can see the change of numbers of number of words per one message like this. The number of words from the student also slightly increasing like this, slightly increased like this. After the pilot project was finished, we asked the questions, 6 questions like this. Question 1 is which topic attracts you the most? The second one, did the handout help you a lot? The handout means the teacher provided several handouts before their class start. The handout means the teacher's material provided to students. The third question was, did the course make you stressed? And the complement question was, why did you feel some stress or why not? The fourth one, what are the advantages of this course? The fifth one was, what were the suggestions that you want to make? And the last one was, what do you think about this course? We could collect 93 responses from the 4 schools. This showed the result for the first question. Which topic attracts you the most? High school students slightly have some interest in what's popular in Taiwan or what's popular in Japan. That means they are very familiar with some young culture, not only the Taiwanese culture, but also not only Taiwanese and Japanese culture, but also Korean culture like BTS. It's very impressive result. The second one, did the handouts help you a lot? The result shows many students could feel some materials very useful for them. The third result, did the course make you stressed? Approximately the half of students feel some stress, some kind of stress. It should be eliminated if we continue the project, similar project. The third result, why or why not? Okay, I will skip this slide. The fourth result, what are the advantage of this course? It is some text mining like analysis, the result of text mining analysis by using PCA, principal. Okay. You can see some comments regarding the skill development for the student like this, communication and the skill training, blah blah blah, like this. This graph shows the fifth question. What are the suggestions that you want to make? I'd like to focus on the result of this part. This part shows the nothing. This means our pilot project doesn't have any doesn't have anything improved. But some students pointed out the way of communication and the count number of opportunities to communication. This means they feel the communication opportunity is slightly small number, slightly. They mean they want to participate in more and more communication between communication against the foreign students. Here is the typical responses to the sixth question. Sorry, this is the message showing in Japanese and in Taiwanese sentences. One comment says this project is very good to develop my English skill, or some other students said it's very good opportunity to speak to communicate with foreign students by using English or like that, it is very fun. I'd like to join again or something like that. Now, I'm working on the development of revised version of Dialogbook. The new version of Dialogbook has the management system for next meeting like this, or we also offer the teacher's dashboard. By using teacher dashboard, teacher can download the data of the students' comments or students' self-evaluation scores. Now, Dialogbook version 1 used in the previous project, the only administrator can download the some data, but using this next version, teacher only get the data from their students, the data from their student. Teacher can acquire by using this teacher dashboard. It is this function was developed from the needs of teachers participated in the last project. Okay, let me conclude my talk. I created Dialogbook, some small simple LMS system for intercultural education project by using Ruby on Rails. Last year, in 2020, the pilot project was conducted. In the project, for high school students, from Taiwan, 2 high schools from Taiwan and two high schools from Japan were connected each other. I reported an overview of the result of our analysis on the data collected from the project. Okay. Thank you for attention, and also I'd like to apologize. My video has several problems. Okay, that's all.
The questions from participants. Yeah, I think they are working on it.
Oh, you can. You are using Slido.
Yes, I believe they are checking. 请问导播可以切 Slido 吗？
I can see the Slido, and I found one question from Anonymous. The code of Dialogbook has been published somewhere under an open source license. Of course, it's the code of Dialogbook was published in GitHub, but right now I'm sorry to say that right now it is closed because some trouble. This is mainly my machine trouble. My machine was broken, and I'm now moving on the new machine. So it is not open to the public, but I promise the second version of Dialogbook 2 will be published at GitHub. Okay.
Okay, thank you. And I think that's the question. And I also wonder, personally, I also have some other questions. Like, do you think because in last year, I think the pandemic is not that serious, especially in Taiwan. But now, although Taiwan is getting better, but the school is still closed, and I know, unfortunately, Japan is not going less. The cases is increasing. So, do you think in this year, under the pandemic, under the closing school, is this tool have a much further opportunity in this intercultural exchange program?
You mean this? You mean the system like Dialogbook?
A system like this, like Dialogbook, this online course. Perhaps in last year, people are not familiar or even a little bit reluctant to use online tool in school courses. However, in this year, especially in Taiwan, most of high school students are asked to use notebook to take their course. So do you think this is perhaps in other perspective a good opportunity for the tool like Dialogbook?
Yes, of course. Yes, I believe these tools helps more and more students, not only intercultural class, but also the something like inter-school. This means school A from located within Taiwan, and school B also located within Taiwan. The two schools communicate with each other. In such case, the Dialogbook or similar system helps the two schools. I believe.
Okay, thank you. I also think this will be one of a trend in the future, like we are doing right now.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions? Other questions? Okay, I think that's all questions from Slido or from YouTube. Okay, thank you for your sharing. And I think there's a good opportunity for using your tool in this year, especially in Taiwan under the pandemic. Thank you again, and goodbye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.